Keith P says, Troy, real question. Where is Nerlens Noel? Well, you did it, Keith. You were the one that did it today. I'm going to drink out of my cup because that's horrible. Okay? All right. Now that I've done that and drank my little bit of water, I can talk about Keith P in that comment that says, where is Nerlens Noel? I don't know where Nerlens Noel is. And frankly, I don't care. I don't care where Nerlens is. Because Nerlens is not the answer, Keith. He's not. Butterfingers Noel? Have I forgotten the player you're talking about? Have you forgotten him? Remember in the post? Pass, drop, rebound, drop, rebound, turnover, pass, out of bounds. What are we talking about here? Nerlens Noel? Is it not 2024 right now? Are we not going to be headed to 2025 soon? Nerlens Noel will be lucky to have a contract in maybe a G League roster. His knees are broken and he's getting older. You don't get older, your knees are broken, and you find time in the NBA. It just doesn't work like that. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing. Don't care what he's doing. Don't really think about him at all. Don't care. He will never help the Knicks in a way that will make us a better team. That's just my opinion. Killer Dog says, if we're talking about Noel, we might as well see how Hassan Whiteside doing. Where is he? Probably with Andrew Bynum, because both of those guys are the exact same type of player. I think I saw Whiteside on a podcast recently for I forget the Heat player that does the podcast. I'm losing the name right now, but you guys know who I'm talking about. It's the OG podcast, I believe. He was on that show and he was saying he tried to form a super team with him included. The problem is Hassan Whiteside and his motor is not part of a super team. That's part of a team that doesn't want to play basketball, that wants to coast by, that wants to use his size to bully people, and that's it. There's a reason he's not in the NBA as well, too. Just saying. This doesn't work. Tony Riviera, shout out to you, my brother. He says, Rose is doing an A to A+ job. Noel is like Bol, but not an NBA player who's ready. Noel drops beach balls. Yeah, Noel drops anything. Noel would drop, I could throw Noel one of those big soccer inflated balls, and he would find a way to drop it, you know? He would find a way to drop it to the floor. Like, I'm very confident in saying that I could throw Noel anything at all, and he would find a way to drop it. Because that's just type of player he is, you know? And I'm not knocking him. I was happy when he was a Knick, but he's not a Knick no more, and I don't want to see him be a Knick again. Not at all. Shout out to today's sponsor, Southern New Hampshire University. One question I often get asked is, how do I get into sports journalism? And honestly, you need the right guidance, but more importantly, you need the right resources. When I started, I really couldn't find the right resources or guidance to help get me where I wanted to go. But thankfully, Southern New Hampshire University offers a sports management program that helps you prepare for your dream job and helps you get the resources that you absolutely need. Southern New Hampshire University, also known as SNHU, has an online sports management program that lets you turn your passion for sports into a degree. You'll learn about the business and economics of sports, sports management principles, and how to gather and analyze data. This degree can help prepare you for a career as an athletic director, sports information director, marketing manager, and other exciting roles in the sports industry. You'll be able to tap into SNHU's network of graduates working in sports-related organizations. You'll have the opportunity to take advantage of an internship or experiential learning course within the field. Your courses are taught by faculty with real-world experience, so you'll have the opportunities to connect with people in the industry. And the best part is, when you graduate, SNHU will still be there to help you as you begin your job hunt. SNHU is accredited, nonprofit, and has radically affordable tuition. SNHU was voted one of the country's most innovative universities by US News and World Report. Honestly, you guys know me. I would never sponsor anything on this channel if I didn't believe in it. But SNHU's program for sports management I believe in it. I think if you need the resources and you have a passion in sports and you want to turn it into a profession, into an actual career, Southern New Hampshire University Sports Management Program is the best of the best and something you must go into if you want to take your career in sports to the next level. Go to snhu.edu/KnicksRecap to see if you qualify for the SNHU Sports Management Program. You can also find the affiliate link for this program in the video description. You might be eligible for financial aid or have previous college credits that could fast-track your degree at SNHU. Click the link to get started so you can get resources to support your dream job and turn what you love into a career. And now, let's get back to the video. But we have AA, and AA is a perfect person to close out this segment of the chat. He states, Kessler should be on the roster. He has what we need in 2.5 blocks off the bench already. He's worth more of a gamble than a very low first-round pick. If we get him for the, I can't see that last part there. Let me see. If we get him for the 2025 picks, go for it. Listen, AA, I hear you, brother. I do agree to an extent there. With Kessler, he is the perfect fit for this team. Ideally, he's the guy I want the Knicks to go after. The Knicks tried to get him in the summer. The trade talks were stalled, according to recent reports that just came out. But it doesn't mean that they're not going to go after him again come the trade deadline. But it's the same issue each and every time, AA. It's the same thing. It goes back to Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge and his price point doesn't change. Even though Kessler is not part of the long-term plans for the Utah Jazz, it doesn't mean that Ainge doesn't understand Kessler's value around the league and what he means to other teams if he went there. And because he understands that, he's never going to let him go for nothing. He's going to ask for everything possible, more than he should ask for, to trade Kessler to another roster. And in some ways, you have to look at him and say, well, maybe some good GMs would do that. In the other sense, you can look at him and say, he's never looking to do business the right way. He always wants to be a thief and gets more than he gives up in every trade that he does. And that's just not fair in some scenarios, but maybe he doesn't want to be fair. Maybe he wants to do this. Maybe he wants to be known as the guy around the league that if you trade with me, you're going to have to give up more to get what you want. If that's the case, congratulations, Danny Ainge. That's what you've done. But I also think now you put Utah in a particular situation where now you have to keep players that you wanted to trade because you painted yourself in this picture where you're only going to do a trade if you get the best of the team that you're trading with. And no team is going to actively seek a trade like that. No team wants to lose. They want trades to be as fair as possible. But dealing with you never seems to be the case. And that's why, AA, I don't see a Walker Kessler trade happening. Because Ainge is going to ruin it all. Ainge ruins everything. He ruins each and every piece of business that the Knicks and the Jazz try to do. We've seen it a couple of summers ago. We saw it with Walker Kessler this summer, and we're going to see it again come the trade deadline. We have to look at different options. If you enjoyed these clips from the live show, be sure to subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new episodes or when we go live. Thanks for watching, Knick fans, and until next time, peace.